We said it at the same time.
Oh, heck yes. Everybody, this is Multi-Blood Area and Community Competitions. Tonight we have an NA bracket. Because Strive Beta is coming out, I assume we have slightly lower entry. But we have a round robin with a pretty solid amount of good matches. So that means you are also seeing all of the matches. Let me push out the live announcement on Twitter and add the Discord with it. And I will tell people to host up and start playing. Oh, 502 bad gateway, thank you very much, challenge. We'll just switch back to the screen for the time being.
Well, just gotta wait for them to get the character select. Oh no, Mass is upset about me seeing play at Hime. I can't imagine why that would be.
Alright, let's see. Getting in there, we have... Alright. The game, it is Master Icarus, and... Onion Lust. Okay. And...
Oh, are they in... oh, I didn't even see the CSS.
Oh. There's that. Alright. So... Master Icarus, normally playing Oko. Onion Lust here, opting for F-Nania. Onion Lust playing like F-Nania, H-Sots, and C-Sots.
Got all Nadia in the all nation net play.
Even
Who
selecting.
loves to be DP'd?
Even selecting the, as one of my friends called it, the margarine cheap color.
The margarine cheap color.
Very,
That's an interesting little... I mean, I always think this is like grape Nadia.
Ooh. Alright, we're caught up. So, alright, should be getting in here soon. Just had a couple of silly hovers while they were waiting for it to catch up. So we got Icarus and Onion.
Alright. So, I'll go, huh? Ooh. Gosh, I'm always such a huge fan of Alco. It's gonna be interesting to see how they can dance around each other, because like Nadia has a lot of funny movement tools, but isn't actually very fast.
Especially in F Moon, Warune, the much faster linear air dash than the other moves have.
So I'm honestly really surprised to see that the meter charge and the shield there. Just sort of tools you don't really expect from Nadia. The meter just to burst out.
That is one thing
I'm
about F9 for
really,
sure.
really surprised to see that be the blue fire and not the projectile super.
Mm-hmm. Blue fire definitely a little awkward if you're not all the way in the corner.
Yeah, I really feel like they sort of threw away the advantage that they could have had there. We do have more. Oh, that was a really good chase on the back.
Mm-hmm.
This is the hard knockdown, but is able to just put his face around this pretty well. Generally, just have the advantage. Oh, that was a good tech and a good punish there. Nice block. Misses the pickup. But we're back in the exact same situation.
Oh. No meter free X there. Doesn't matter though. Alright. Icarus up 1.
Alright. Icarus playing very patiently, trying to just make sure that the spacing can be as on point as possible. It's another really interesting blue fire. I don't really know that I agree with it. But these instant air backdash orbs into just blocking, doing a lot of work. But Onion's been able to cut through him this time, and we've actually at the I don't really know that I agree with the with the Onion had pressure there and just sort of stopped because there was I think a couple crouch normals into double DP would have cut through the orb and been completely safe. It doesn't really matter if they got the round anyway, but so Icarus once again at advantage. It's interesting to see them poke back and forth. That was a really good shield on the mix-up, but they didn't really get into anything.
Yeah. Non-EX Rekka knockdown is like deceptively bad, actually. You can't move for forever afterwards.
Yeah. Icarus wants into a bad situation after a confusing blue fox leads him to take a whole bunch of pressure. But another orb into blocking is gonna give them the round. I'm really confused about this meter use.
I mean, F9 definitely doesn't care much about meter, but the blue fires are a little weird. A couple of them I can chalk up as being attempts at a guard break situation, at least, but...
Maybe that's it. Well, interesting mix. I don't know that was exactly in what was intended. I was supposed to just go into other pressure, but the mix-up is going to take it there for Onion. So we're 1-1.
Okay, that's a little weird.
Yeah, I don't know what it's trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
That'll be a really strong way to start this off for Onion.
Yeah.
But and meat doesn't lead into anything. And
there we go.
I mean but it did just get shielded.
Was thrown, however. Probably plus on shield. Especially like that close.
It's fine, but I mean it got into the situation because the thing that came before it, which was supposed to lock them into it, didn't hit. Still, Icarus does have the advantage right until whipping another one.
No meter.
It's interesting. You don't. I don't. I mean, I don't really expect to see the fireball. Oh, what's the mix-up gonna be? Oh, back dashes. That's good. That's good.
Fireballs kept
That was a really good scramble. Once Devin gets that hit off of the scramble. That must have been a misinput. There's no way. That is going to give Onion the opening needed to get in, but a dropped combo is going to give it back to Icarus.
Okay, I'm not sure what... Oh, that was definitely just missed a diagonal, right? Missed a diagonal on sliders.
Probably, yeah.
Right, IH available.
Oh, this is gonna... Doesn't get it, and... Okay, this is kind of a scary situation for both players.
Oh!
You need to step forward a little bit before you shield that.
Whiffing the free last arc.
Oh, we're on the last round.
Straight to set point.
Meh. The drop combo is gonna be pretty costly in this situation.
Only doing a throw is a punish, though, unfortunately. See if that orb doesn't... Yup.
Okay. We are back in corner, but does not actually force them to block the fireball.
Mm-hmm. That was definitely very strange. Going for air throw, then doing EX fireball instead of just spending for hard knockdown in the corner.
I disagree with that. I mean, the whole objective is to make sure that you don't have to deal with Nania DPing you.
If you set 4-1-2-4-2-1 A orb and just jump forward, Nania DP will whiff.
Okay, that's good to know. Goes for empty air dash and just gets poked out.
Alright, so Onion taking that 2-1. So let's see if the bracket wants to load yet. The answer is no. Error 503. How could you bracket? So let me just tell you manually what we got going here. We will have Moss and Skeleton, it looks like, coming up next. While we wait, even though this is a small round robin, we still have a Matcherino tonight. If you would like to donate, give something to some of these players, maybe let them grab some takeout at the end of the night, you can do so there. Players would probably be very, very glad to see some tiny bit of cash come into their pockets. Alright.
Oh, they're already in this character selects.
Alright. So working on getting in right now.
Coming straight from Grape Nadia to Grape Hime.
Teams, reset score, and we are in. Just catching up now.
You can always tell how well you're catching up by how fast Hime is animating on the character select screen.
That has definitely been one of the more interesting quirks of the game for a long time for me. Oh, it looks like we're caught up.
I love her so much. So I got Coma, Skeleton's famous C Coma.
Curious to see how this goes. Skeleton, a known shield enjoyer. Oh!
Hime's defense notoriously weak. Oh, going for a bunker. I don't really know that I think that that's the best defensive option against a command grab character, but that the pillar was probably not intentional. The normal pillar, yes, definitely was, but gets the anti-air but doesn't actually connect it to anything. That fly cancel pillar did actually make quite a bit of sense. Although I think it probably should have been confirmed to EX pillar. Otherwise it gets the advantage, but can't connect to anything. It gets thrown out of it. This is sort of Hime's match to win and to lose.
Because I imagine the second you get hit, it's brutal.
Kind of. That's a really good EX there. Oh, but is not able to connect too much. It's a command grab against just the empty land. Does not come down with a normal.
Skeleton already up one.
I typically think, I mean, like, Coma does not have, like, C Coma does not have F Coma's, like, notably good anti-air. It's really interesting to see Moss not trying to come down with the normal in that situation. But yeah, we have once again the advantage engine that Coma can really have so much frame traps.
Again, the big combo from the end.
Here we are, more frame traps. Goes for a throw. I can't feel that that was intentional, but it is possible that Moss tried to just break out of a frame trap.
Yeah. Maybe like an early attempt to punish landing recovery with a throw?
Alright, where are we going with this? More forced knockdown. Forced lockdown. You know, it's really, you can't really... It's not the safest thing to DP in that situation. So... Oh, this is gonna be big. This might be exactly the reversal that Moss needs. So are we going to go for mix-up after this, or are we going to go for meter build? I think mix-up is probably the correct option in this situation, especially versus Coma. So it doesn't really... Goes for a sort of a left-right. Ooh, you... Unfortunately, the shield... Gonna really just go right through it. I feel like in that situation you need to... You need to delay the low after the fastfall so that they can't just shield all of it for free.
Alright. Let's see. Will the bracket load again yet? No.
But it's difficult, right? I know Moss is a relatively newer. He may play some tricks that you can't really... He's a difficult character to play, especially against someone with as much presence as Skeleton has.
Skeleton was just like absolutely not afraid to run the command grab train there. I don't know if it was just like, I don't think you're fuzzy jumping, so I'm just gonna keep doing this, or what, but... Alright, so we got Skeleton Master Icarus. We'll have that to you soon.
It doesn't help that, you know, Hime's ability to jump out of stuff is already so bad.
Oh, yeah. Super floaty jump and...
If you're not jumping immediately out of stuff, like even if you fuzzy jump, well, what do you really get out of it? Like, maybe an escape, but certainly not a punish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We are in now. Alright. While we wait for the sketch up, I will...
Is skeleton BMing with neck?
We'll once again show this match arena. If you want to support whoever wins this round robin tonight, you can put a little bit of money there. I'm sure they'd be glad to see some. See if we're caught up again. Sorry about that.
Neko or Chaos actually a pretty good character versus Alco. As a result of as a result of the fact that they just generally just don't go. It just don't go at you. They go over you.
You gets to ignore a lot of the zoning tools, but unfortunately has to deal with like the really good normals that Oko has. So it's like a trade-off, I guess. Also, that.
But at the same time, you can't really say that you ever really get jailed. That said, the relatively easy to anti-air stuff is pretty good. Oh, actually jailing properly. She has to do so much more work to make it happen, but... Okay. Oh, I actually don't see the, I really expected... to see, air to ground EX beams after the normal hit, but, well, landed in the arc drive and got advantage out of it and set to take the round. So... I'm not sure what got counter hit there.
Just using those beams. Pretty minus on block, I believe.
I mean, they are, but you can act out of it, right? I think notably you can't like block out of it. You have to like cancel the recovery with like a jump or air dash. But since Knockout Chaos does have 2 air dashes, that's still pretty okay.
Alright. Knack taking the first game of this 62.
Can't go on living if I'm okay. I'm not okay. I have no right to live. And it's interesting to see this character actually do damage.
Oh, there's the tech trap.
There's the rocket. Kept expecting to see that earlier. It's almost tricking myself into just thinking this version of the character didn't have it. Ooh, that's with the X is definitely not great.
Here's it. Probably not following up because afraid it would drop on Knack.
Oh, the whiff throw, that was a good air dash.
Yep.
So, what are we getting with this?
Yeah, that run up 3C is normally to catch a jump, I think.
Just sort of running away can give Alco the win here, but yeah, I guess a simple poke is gonna get it. Oh, that was interesting. I wonder what the... Oh. Yeah, I guess that'll work. Hopes not to attack, and...
HP Burst doing it there. Oh, because the anti-air can't pick it up, unfortunately. Goes for the
It's
easy
so bad if you don't get canceled out of it. It blocks the mix-up, but this isn't a great situation for now. I guess a couple more beams will still take it. Yep, a couple more beams takes it.
Yep. Alright, so Skeleton will be taking that one 2-0. Let's check back and see what the next match is. Onion Lust and Moss. So hopefully we'll have that for you shortly. While we wait. This is the last bracket of this week, but next week we will have more brackets at around the same time. Next Monday you can expect an East Coast bracket at 7:30 and a West Coast bracket at 10:30 on Monday. On Tuesday you can expect a Lower Midwest bracket at 9. Wednesday you can expect an Upper Midwest bracket at 8, and yet another All Regions bracket next Thursday at 8:30. Let's see if we've got IP.
I'm saying they're gonna...
Alright. You're getting in the game.
Oh, an H Satsuki this time.
Teams reset schools. And here we are. Alright, just waiting for it to catch up now.
Maybe not. Are we gonna say the Narnia?
I would understand to some degree, but
Nope. We got Satsuki. H Satsuki.
Icarus, Skeleton pick Knack because you're an FAOCO player and what it would do to orbs would tilt you. It's that simple. Oh,
It's always
yeah.
interesting to see H Satsuki because of the difference in her tools compared to other characters. She has such good pressure resets. But interesting. That's a pretty good use of the shield counter.
Just jumps out.
No, I'm not sure where the jump C was. I wonder if there was a bit of a lag spike there. I don't know what the purpose of the Yeah, I think Moss is nervous.
Just slides right past.
Ooh. Good feint. Good feint. You have exactly enough time to nail them with the geyser after that. So if they like see you going away and try to chase you, they get hit. That's exactly what happened. But Onion having a significant amount of pressure here.
Delayed meaty.
There've been a few situations. Okay, that's the sort of gimmick that you try and take around with, not something that you. Well, I guess you're already scrambling.
Mm. And definitely at least patient to not try and immediately punish.
Yeah, but anyway, guess I gets out of the corner, and I think that made Moss want to press buttons, but even so, you can't really go for it in that sort of situation. Pretty good time to fuzzy throw, but gets a shield. What we're gonna get out of it? Gets the knockdown. Fastfall. Low. I don't agree with that 2-2. I think that it was not the best way to get advantage in that situation. And that's a good 2-1 force you to get out. I didn't actually expect it to hit, but would have gotten out regardless. I see Moss going for a lot of interesting ways to poke out in situations like that. Like that was. I think Moss's issue here is really going for a lot of not the fastest of Hime's pokes in a lot of situations. Like one issue that Hime does have, although she has a lot of ranged pokes that are good at controlling spaces, that she has a lot of them, and the exact right one to use in any given situation may not be particularly clear to a. So also really getting stuck in a lot of situations, which could be using to reclaim control, and that's causing them to eat all of Satsuki's pressure because she's so good at all those resets, especially with like the 2-2X series that Half Moon has.
Those are especially vicious on Hime because it's -2.
Yeah, which means that Hime can't poke out.
Mm-hmm.
Is he most fast as normal, 7 frames?
And you are competing with a button like Satsuki 5B. Or 2C if they think you're going to try and get cheeky. And that's not something he is going to easily contest.
2C being a famously fast 4 frames of startup hits on the 5th frame. But it'll actually, even in that situation, it'll actually just trade with the 2A, and it'll trade quite favorably.
Yep. Right. Looks like we are in. Looks like we are also caught up.
And they are into it immediately.
Mm-hmm. This is interesting because this is like one of the most recent beginner tournament finals.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, what are we gonna see as the mix-up here? Oh, it does not get the mix-up properly. Fails to account for the fact that Oko has a very, very slow wake-up. But does manage to get pressure anyway.
Seeing very patient play from Icarus, I suppose. Very afraid of Geyser, understandable. Not afraid of
Kind of understandable. Good throw. What are we gonna see as Interesting bunker. Hmm. I feel like in that situation, Alco really wants to just sort of leave the area and set up orbs. The Dashin's gonna do work there. That blue fire was most likely unattempted. I don't know. It seems like the fireball silver would have been correct there.
Mm-hmm.
At least reliably getting the that combo in. Does not block the orb. Might have expected it to be a bit closer. I wonder if it was a counter hit on a throw. That won't display as a counter hit in that situation, so maybe.
Was that 5B EX guarded?
I don't think so.
Okay, I wasn't sure
I
if
think
that was.
it might have been a lag spike.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was
Double
funny. EX guard eats hit stop and lose input.
Okay.
Alright. So Icarus up 1 here. Moss taking a second, I guess. Plenty understandable.
Character select? Wanting to change the stage. The Phantom of the Opera. Okay. Always interesting to see you go for it. But it does have the psychological advantage of having both players be challenger. Instead of showing you having lost one.
That is true. 2C, 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 2C.
Oh, we get the good combo. Good knockdown. Ooh, into throw.
Oh, just going for the fastball throw again.
It's not a bad idea in that situation. Not quite close enough to get that. That would not have killed, but you could have done an instant overhead right afterward.
Bumpers the orb.
Okay, any hit from either player could do it.
Yeah, baits that shield out. Grit's already on set point.
Ooh, we're gonna see the... it's invalid, but it still works. Thank you, Alco's extremely odd falling hitbox for not falling out of it.
Takes the risk. Shielding on wake up does not pay. That one pays though.
Interesting, that move is not a reversal.
It's on enrollment to like 4 or something, I want to say.
At frame 5. Interesting. Does that early, just whiffs it. Something you can't do against some characters, but Alco with her slow wake up does allow it to get the punish.
A, I believe, -1.
Mm-hmm.
Is that 5B afterwards? Not air.
The 214C may not be instant startup, but it is bufferable and does have the advantage of, in a sense, you can consider it to be like a 4 or 5 frame startup move because it is invuln on frame 5, so it'll still beat those things in those situations. So.
Yeah, in the same way, like C White Len reverse DP isn't invuln until like 4, but it doesn't matter if it's the middle of a block string and you're using it out of the gap. Alright, maybe the bracket will load now. Before our very last match of the bracket. Yes, before the last match of the bracket. I will remind you, there is a matcherino. If you would like to donate to the winner of this round robin and give them a little bit of pocket change, I am sure they would greatly appreciate it on this night in May. And do so here. And the last match, bracket please. The last match we have will be Onion Lust and Skeleton. Already in. Right. So let me get that for you all shortly.
Okay. Probably not gonna see Knack in this match.
Nope.
That's game coma.
There was definitely a
Oh no, it's you know, I mean, I know it was gonna be the match of the aggressive pressure characters with the command gods, but
so this will be the last match of the round robin. Skeleton, Onion Lust. Depending, I think this might determine the winner because I think every match right now is underreported. This is on points difference, however.
You're kidding me. We're getting a Onion mirror.
Yep. So let's see. Onion Lust went 2-1, 2-0, right? And Skeleton has done 2-0 every time, I think.
I think so.
Okay.
But if Onion Lust wins, because they have to make the victory over. It wouldn't be a three-way tiebreaker, so there'd be no issue there.
Round robin is set up to be scored on like wins minus losses.
Yes, is there not a strength of victory for who beat who for tiebreaks?
That's later in the chain, I think.
Yeah, but I mean.
So I think this would be easier if I could just see the points here. Might be the Onion Lust needs 2-0. But
No,
again,
I mean
no.
it should be 6-1 in both cases, so.
Yeah, and then it's head to head.
Regardless. Ooh, gets the block, gets the throw after that. I'm truly surprised that it wasn't landed DP. That does feel like the classic of Nania. Onion Lust actually at some fairly significant disadvantage here. I mean advantage, yeah. Nania is like, it's interesting to watch his characters that are like so similar and yet so very clearly different. Go at it. They have the same sort of, a lot of the same, a similar flow, but
honestly, the biggest difference between the two is probably in risk reward.
I mean, Crescent generally just has better reward and neutral, but Bull has a much stronger mix-up and funny, ambiguous stuff. Better air dash too.
Yeah. Better movement, better reward off DP. Skeleton taking the first game.
Skeleton gonna take the first game.
the skeleton air throw.
Immediate air throw into immediate. Okay, well, are we gonna just translate this momentum into another one?
Yep.
It's like it. Okay. Oh, honestly, surprised not to see that to start with. You know, Onion had a lot of momentum right at the start of the last one, but just not been able to really get anything going in rounds after the first one. Seems like halfway through the second round, Skeleton got momentum and never let go of it. I really can't sort of run away with the game with the pressure that would see as being a better mix-up character, but oh, and really showing that there. Such reward after that too. Okay. Onion, you know, being able to try and take this back. Shield doesn't get anything. Honestly surprised not to see the shield go into DP, which would have caught in that situation. I'm a bit afraid though. You never want to see that get blocked. Can't help but feel it might have been a misinput. Full meter, probably gonna just no, that blood heat made a lot of sense. Like that both served as a blood heat there. So it's like if you got punished, it was a burst.
Oh, I know.
Anytime that you're like slightly minus
it made sense, but it was still definitely a Monopoly moment.
I don't know. I think it was like a perfectly logical action there. So Onion you know, I was saying that the Skeleton didn't like really solidly cemented a lead momentum-wise, but Onion taking it, and so we're back to coma. Back to famous character C coma, but will this really work out?
Wonderful.
Good mix-up. Does not get the air throw to end the combo. And that's going to allow a little bit of Skeleton to get a bit of momentum, but it doesn't translate to anything. One more hit is going to take it.
I want to know if we'll get to see one of the funniest pieces of tech in this matchup, which is Nania being able to OTG after throwing the corner with the XDP into like 4K.
Maybe.
Oh.
Ooh, that's a good shield. One of the best hold shields in the game. This isn't gonna kill, but one more throw will. Goes into the 2-2C for the armor. It does not actually confirm it to anything.
Just didn't react to the shield clash in time.
I mean, didn't it cancel the DP? I'm not sure that it was in range for the A grab. One other sort of issue in that situation. Oh, we're gonna see this. Yeah, this is it. Does not go for anything after the attack. I guess it's just opting to just like run away with it.
I can definitely understand just choosing not to interact.
Okay, I mean, Skeleton's gonna have a very significant advantage here. That's not gonna kill, but this is gonna be, yep. Is not able to take that back.
Does a safe low air attack, but then tries to air dash out, gets 5 aid. That's it. So GG's. I believe the standings end up Skeleton, Onion Lust, then Icarus, then Moss. Is that correct? I'm trying to do this off memory here. Because Challenge is being Challenge right now. Does that sound right?
I think so.
Alright. So before we end here, just one last reminder before I close things out. If you want to toss some takeout skeletons away tonight, you can do so here. Thank you all for watching, and again, thank you, Ada, for being here with me on mic. Greatly appreciate it.
Of course.
I'll see all of you all next week. Have a good night.